Hi Aries, Trishna here. Welcome to your success block reading. So basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to look into what is holding you back from your success and then what you can do to address that so that you can bring more of that success into your life. So if you're a success-driven Aries, then this video is for you. So what I'm feeling for you is you're feeling good, and I feel like you are excited about something and you're working towards some kind of goal, some kind of project, and you're very, very, very focused on that project. You're very driven on whatever it is you're trying to achieve. It could be a project, it could be something to do with computers, it could also relate to some area of your life, but whatever it is that you're trying to achieve success in and that you're very, very focused on, that's what this reading will be about for you. And so you're very driven, and I feel like this is related to your July reading from this month, where we talked about how you are doing a lot of, you're really trying to make sure you have success. You are really accounting for everything. You are ensuring your success. You're doing everything that needs to be done. Any kind of way that you could imagine your project or your plan going off track, you are preemptively planning for that and bringing it back on track. If something does go off track that you weren't able to bring back on track back then, you are bringing it back on track the moment that you can. So I feel like there's a lot of preemptive damage control that you're doing because, like I was saying, you are really trying to make something happen. You're trying to almost force your success and leave no other option on the table but your success. And I think it's really good to be focused, but I think this preemptive damage control and this micromanaging of the situation is actually what is holding you back from success, because whenever you're having to do that, you're coming from the energy of not trusting that things are going to go your way, or not trusting that your plan is already good as is. And I do understand that whenever you have a plan, basically you can assume nothing will ever go according to plan. So just we can always plan, but things are always going to need some micromanaging to it. That's just how life works. And so as a general rule, I think that's fine, but I just think that you're going with this with too much force, and I think that you're spending too much of your emotional energy and investment in this damage control and this preemptive damage control. And so your energy is split because you're working towards your success, but then you're also working towards avoiding demise. And those are two different views, two different approaches, two different energies that you're going forward with. And so you are splitting your energy, and then that's really what's holding you back, is like you're trying to move towards your success, which is one direction, but then you're also trying to avoid your damage, which is like another direction. And that makes you stay stagnant and makes everything a lot more difficult. And if you continue this way, you may start to question like why you're putting in so much effort but not really getting as much as you would like out of it. So I know in the Aries video we talked about how you are building a process, a process or like a system to live your life by, where you always know the right answer or the right move given any situation. And I think that's good. But I think when it comes to a specific goal that you're trying to achieve, sorry, I don't know what happened to my throat, you're going with it with too much force. You're trying to control it too much, and that's actually splitting your energy. So that's what you really need to work on, is trusting more, believing in the success more, and trying to let go of this thinking you're going to fail or trying to avoid failing. Because when you try to avoid failing, it means that you do believe at some level, like you do have some kind of fear of failing. And so that's what you need to work on. That's what's holding you back, is this fear of failure, and you're splitting your energy to try to avoid that failure. And the way to deal with that is really just to try to shift your attention towards your success. So this fear of failure that you have is actually not that big. Like, it's not a super strong fear. It's there, it's obviously there, and it scares you a little bit, but the amount of work that you're trying to do to avoid it doesn't really match the amount of fear that you have. Like, your fear might be this big, and then the amount of work you're trying to do to avoid the fear coming true is this big. And so I think that it would be a relatively easy mental shift for you to focus on your success and not your failure. So every time that you go into reaction mode or preemptive damage control mode, shift your attention and say, you know what, this is going to be successful. I am going to be successful. I don't need to worry about that. right now. I don't actually think you even have to worry about it. I feel like your success is gonna happen. So, but tell yourself, if you're not ready to let go of the preemptive stuff right now, just tell yourself, I don't need to focus on that right now. I need to focus on my success. And then work on the actual project versus the damage control side. And envision your project, see in your mind's eye your project being successful. And just that way, like if I can always come back to this later, I think it'll be an easier transition for you to focus on your success. If you can just focus on your success completely, I would go that route. I actually feel like that's something that you can do. I actually feel like that's worth your mental focus and investment and energy is on your success. I don't think you need to worry about failure. I think that you're going to have success in whatever this project or area of your life is. And it really is just a shift of focus that you need to do, and I think it'll be relatively easy for you. I think it might surprise you how easy it is for you to shift your attention that way, because that's the fun stuff. The fun stuff is believing you're going to have the success that you're working towards. The hard stuff is trying to make sure you don't fail. That's where the work is. The fun stuff is like all the exciting things you can do to make your project move forward. So that's what I would recommend for you is try to shift your focus so that your energy is all going in one direction and isn't split. And that way you'll be able to move forward instead of just staying stagnant because you're going in two different directions right now. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.